How can you effectively communicate with someone who's actively trying to gaslight you?
What I say is you have to keep your feet planted. By that I mean when people are gaslighting you, they are trying to get you to look anywhere else but the truth. And so somebody might go, well, what's the difference between gaslighting and lying, Jefferson? Lying is, did you go to the store? No, when I did. Gaslighting is, what are you talking about? Did you not hear did you see your face when we were at dinner? Everybody thought you were mad at them. No, everybody's looking at me like, what are you talking about? And I start to make you question others' perceptions of you. I'm making you question your own reality of, am I if you start
crazy?
If you start thinking, am I nuts? Am I crazy? Am something's wrong? That's it. And so when somebody's doing that to you, it's like the gaslighter has a shovel and they're digging a hole and you have the desire to go fill it. And then they make another hole and then you feel like you have to continue to fill it. And then by the fact that you're having to fill the hole, you're starting to doubt whether or not you're even sane. It's like, or another way to think of it is, you have a laser pointer and you're a cat. You're just going, from one place to another. I always keep you going because I am not wanting you to focus on what the truth is. So when somebody is gaslighting you in that way, what I encourage people to say is, I remember things differently. And keep it at that. Somebody tried to bring something else. I remember things differently. I remember things differently. It sounds simple. The more you use it, the more powerful it sounds, because they are going to continue to try and push. They're not going to say, okay, fine, remember it differently. They won't be able to live with that. They want to continue to push. If you've ever had somebody try and, like in an argument, replay a timeline for you in a way that didn't sound right. If they're like, okay, you remember at dinner, you said this and then I said this, and then they start trying to concoct a narrative that you're like, I don't think that's how that happened. You just have to put down the shovel. I remember things differently and be okay with there being holes.
So not trying to correct it and be like, no, that's not what happened. Just be like, oh, I remember it differently.
Yep. That's
Next.
it. Exactly. Just letting it go.
A lot of, I feel like, what you teach is not only communication tactics, but acceptance tactics. Like, even if they disagree, even if they remember things differently, it's not always worth it to get into this argument because it's going to go nowhere. So just the simple, I remember things differently. What's for lunch?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, that's it. There's no need to go down this rabbit hole if we know it's not going to end in a reconciliation. Exactly.
And the people who are gaslighting you don't want reconciliation. That's not going to happen. That is a tactic that is to make you avert your eyes to what's truly happening. It's a manipulation tactic. It's a control tactic. And so when you realize that you're keeping your feet planted, I remember things differently. That's you choosing not to go chase the laser pointer. You're just staying exactly where you are.
And what strategies would you use if you're in an argument with a narcissist?
You have to understand the game that you're in with a narcissist, and realize that everybody, me, you, anybody watching, listening, we all have what you could call narcissistic traits or behaviors. We all do things that aren't the best. That term has continually gotten broader and continually been a catch-all for anybody we really don't like. You know?
Yep.
I've never heard somebody categorize their ex-spouse as anything other than a narcissist.
That's the truth.
Yeah, and whoever the narcissist is, it's not me, it's them. You know what I mean? It's whoever they are. That's on them. It's not me. And how do you deal with that? You understand that you're in a game. It's a game that I call praise or provoke. Meaning, let's say you're the narcissistic type, you have tendencies that way. There's really two modes that I'm in with you. I either have to shower you with praise and say how great you are, and just, oh my gosh, you have the most amazing, your thoughts are incredible. And if I'm not giving you enough praise, well, then what typically happens is you'll turn to provoke and kind of create an argument with me. And then you find satisfaction in my reaction and making me frustrated. You find pleasure in my pain almost as much as you do in the praise, because it's still control one way or another. And the key is just not to play the game. One technique that I like to use with experts, I get a lot of experts on the stand that are more narcissistic tendencies because they know themselves to be very educated and very, they know all the things and talk down to you in a way. For narcissists, their image is everything. So you have to use words that's going to get their image pulled in. So I might say to them in a deposition, and you think the jury would find that answer satisfying? And they might twist it. And I say, you think other people will agree with you. As soon as I say other people or the jury or others, I'm not sure if that's a good look. That kind of thing is they will start to think about what it looks like for the other people, because there's really not much you can do aside from choosing not to play the game with these people, understanding what game you're in, and then just not wasting your time.